Okay, have a minor problem we're going to solve here in a few minutes. This is a 2020, the side of it, a Virnig V60 steel trip edge snow pusher, and this is a floating skid shoe, and right now gravity should be dropping these down. The bolt should be all the way up at the top right now. We've got some grit in between the plate and the frame of the snow pusher that isn't allowing it to slide freely. The two snowfalls that we had this year that I really used this, I did do a lot of back dragging away from the building, and no more than I have in the past, except I do have some new stone that got put down in November, and it wasn't beaten well and rained well into the ground, probably quite enough. So it was half-inch minus, so there's a lot of fine in there. It's screened asphalt chips, so occasionally you'll get a stone in between there, and you can usually rattle it by hand and get it out, but I'm a big guy and I can pull on that sucker. They aren't moving. I tried to beat on them with a rubber mallet, and that's as far as I got them to move. So let's come around the corner here and show you what we're gonna do. Well, really quickly, you can see the gap that should be in there. So it's never been an issue in 5 years, but it was this year. But I'll show you what we're going to do here. We're going to loosen this bolt or take it off if we have to. And if we have to loosen the back ones, we will also. 1.5-inch bolt. And we've got to do both sides. But it should come free really quickly, and let me go get some tools and we'll take this apart. Okay, we got a wrench on there and had to get a 3/4-inch drive, 1.5-inch socket. So it's got 3/4 to 1/2-inch adapter on it. I unfortunately only have a 3-inch drive impact wrench available to me right now, but we only got to loosen this and we don't have to tighten it down. So 2 adapters in there shouldn't hurt, I hope. I'm going the wrong way. That is not working the way I want. Let's see what I get. Okay, well, I got the first one. I backed it off a 1/2 turn, and it must be those 2 adapters. It doesn't like it, so I'm going to back this one off. And that's all I'm going to do, and it'll be free. But I've got it up higher and tipped back. You're not supposed to work this way. I do not have locks on the loader arms, so I'm going to put you on pause and hopefully I'll have this in a second. Okay, I've got this one, and honestly, I don't think I even turned those a 1/2 turn, barely. I think right now these nuts will spin freely, and they're on there tight. I don't remember them turning like that when it was new, but it's a good place to get that loose. Even their newest version of this snow pusher, they're in their parking lot, so they don't move a whole lot, but you can see those things float. And I think on the rubber edge one, has a rubber edge cutting edge. The side plates may have more than 2 bolts, and they flow. You'll see everything in the parking lot. Those things will follow the contour. So they're pretty neat. And also, I'm going to grab it from the other side here. Let me turn you this way a little bit. Not so much you can see me, but if you can see, I'm going to try and show you what else is unique. You can see underneath 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are the bottom anchor points for the trip springs. But this thing also oscillates in the middle, and it will, well, it's leaned back. There we go. Doesn't go very far either side. Of course, it's leaning on itself, but I pushed it all the way up on this side and down right over there. So it will make really nice contact with the ground. Very heavy beast, like I said before, with the back drag up on the top, up there. That's about 300 pounds more to the 1200 and I think 60 or 80 pound pusher itself. And then there is a skid steer to John Deere 500 adapter in between the loader mounts. It weighs about another 40 or 50 pounds at least. So we're somewhere around 1,600-ish pounds, and I do now have a about 1,200 poundish 6-way blade, 7-footer only, but heavy duty 2300 series Frontier on the back end. So that helps a lot. Better traction, better ballast. So I've been happy with this one. The newer ones are even nicer and probably even more expensive. But that's it for now. I'm going to get that other side.